Hey guys, this is Kelly with Kelly's Twisted Crystals, and today's project will be wire wrapping this cylindrical selenite. This is a wrap that you don't have to wrap the bottom of the stone. Works really well with any kind of point crystals. For this project, I used a 20 gauge round copper wire, and I have pre-cut 2 pieces of wire that are about 16 inches. I'm going to use my taped clamp to hold and my straightening pliers. And just straighten a couple times. And I actually like them to be a little curved and not perfectly straight for this project. So you can see they're both still a little curved. And I have my selenite cylindrical stone here. And I'm going to put a piece of wire on each side of the stone. And then if you look at it from the top, I want my curves to be crossing one another. Here. Right, and then once they're crossed, I'm going to twist over one another. 1, 2, 3 times. And 1, 2, 3 times. So now I'll take my Tool Magic coated, which I need to coat again, pliers, and I'm going to tighten the twists so that they're nice and tight against the stone. The selenite is extremely soft, so it does damage the stone a little bit. So once you're here, then you're going to push up. And you want to leave the wires in a V and push them up towards the stone. All right. So now you have this, and you're going to cross over the wires again on both sides. Right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tighten. And push up the wires again. Right, make sure everything looks nice and straight. And repeat. You can change the number of twists. I wouldn't recommend doing any less than 3 twists. 1, 2, 3, 4. Piece of the selenite chipped off. Selenite is a soft stone, and you also do not want to get it wet. It will disintegrate in water. And sometimes if you go to tighten, you can accidentally loosen the twist. If you do accidentally do that, then it's no problem. You're able to just turn the opposite way and tighten it back up. So now I'm at the top here of my stone. So I'm gonna push these wires together on both sides. Straighten them out. And now I'm gonna make the bail. See, this one I didn't quite straighten, so it's a little crooked. But this one, I'll make the back. This one's a little straighter. I'll do this as the front. So you're gonna push the wires over the top, across from one another there. And then where they meet in the middle, we're gonna twist them here, just like we did the sides. We'll do it twice. All right, so then we have this at the top. This is my front, so I'm gonna push one side up. This side looks better for me. You can do either side. All right, and then I'm going to use my pointer finger and push down around my pointer to make the bail. You could also use bail making pliers. I find it easier to just use my finger. And then I'm gonna push with my thumb against to close the loop. All right, so that's gonna be my bail. Then I'm gonna take this other set of wires that's sticking out. I'm gonna wrap that around the bail to secure the bail in place. All right. And there's my bail. You wanna make sure the bail is big enough for whatever kind of cord that you wanna put it on. And then I'm just going to take my cutting pliers and snip off the extra here. And I'll use my needle nose pliers to tighten down the ends here. All right, and then you could use these pieces here to make a design, or you could simply just snip them off at the bottom and tuck them away. I think I'm going to use mine to put a swirl on the front. So I'll bring that around and make a little curve here. And then I think I'll bring my other one around. Actually the opposite side. I'll bring that one. And part of my process can be just to bend wires, look at them, see if I like the flow. If it doesn't go the way that I think it should, I can bend them in different ways also. So I'm going to snip off here, and if I measure, that's about 2.5 inches. And the same for this one. And then I will use my round nose pliers to create my swirls, holding at the very end, turning my wrist to make the swirl, using my thumb to push tight. And then I'll use the coated pliers and push with my thumb, clamp and push all the way down to make the swirl. Clamp and push. right, and that swirl is a lot bigger than I meant to make it, but we will go with it. I'm just kind of adjusting it with my thumb, pushing it in place. All right, and let's do the second swirl. I think I'm gonna actually cut a little off of the second one. I don't want it to be quite as big. Pinch and turn. Right, and clamp. You want to get it right where it's touching one another, bound to touch one another, and push tight with your thumb. Clamp and push, clamp and push, and just continue. And there is the finished pendant. And then it's very tight, very secure in there because we tightened up all the twists as we went. And this is really good for any type of cylindrical stone. I like to do it on these cylindrical kyanites. It's good for quartz. Pretty much any stone. You could even do it on a tumble. You wanted to do it on something like this.